They fly now?
They fly now? They fly now!
Hello, this is TB81974, detachment leader of the Pathfinders. Once again, you people just won't get rid of me. I am here on the planet Pasana, and we're gonna talk about the Treadspeeder Driver. No, they are not the guys that fly, they are the guys that drive the ones that fly. Today we are gonna go through the Treadspeeder Driver CRL requirements. Now, the Treadspeeder Driver is a newer costume to our detachment. It came out with the Rise of Skywalker, which is 5 years old this year, so we thought, let's put the spotlight on this costume. If you've ever wondered, when you've signed on to the Pathfinders detachment form, why there is a First Order TK helmet sometimes, it's because of the Treadspeeder Driver. The producers of Rise of Skywalker really didn't put a ton of effort into this one. It is basically a First Order TK from the waist up. So if you have one of those already and you're looking to expand your arsenal of 501st costumes and you want to be able to sit, this might be a good adaptation for you. We're going to start, of course, with the helmet. Now, the helmet is the Last Jedi Rise of Skywalker version of the FOTK, but for basic, we allow you to use the TFA version. It would only be if you were going for level 2 that we would require the Last Jedi Rise of Skywalker one. This helmet is a heavily modified Black Series helmet. Unlike the Biker Scout, you actually can bring this one up to CRL standard. The lenses are smoky brown or gray in color. They can be bubble shaped or flat. And like all lenses, they have to be dark enough so that we can't see your eyes in them. They have the single mic tip here. The frown is solid black, and it's covered in hexagonal mesh that extends up here to the tiers. Now, each tier is solid black. On the sides, we have 7 cutouts on the tubes, both sides. Over the traps on each side are these greeblies here and here. Along the base of the helmet, we have this black stripe that runs from here all the way around to the other side. Above the brow, we have this groove that goes all the way around. And on the bottom, we have a similar groove that also goes through here and around the back. Now, the Black Series helmet does not have this groove. This was actually a modification that was made to the helmet to bring it up to standard. Now, above the lenses, we have this trim right here. It's rubber or rubber-like, similar to a couple of our other costumes, like the Shore Trooper. And then finally, here towards the back of the helmet, we have these black trapezoidal areas right here and here. And as I said earlier, for level 2, the helmet should be the Rise of Skywalker version, not the TFA version. And all the greebly clips also need to be Rise of Skywalker style. Next on the CRL is the neck seal. And the neck seal is pretty much the same as your standard First Order Stormtrooper neck seal. It's shiny. It looks rubbery. It's a neck seal. Next up, the chest armor. And the chest armor for the Treadspeeder Driver is the same as the First Order Stormtrooper. The only difference is we have this unique decal design right here. That is something that is only on the Treadspeeder Driver. So the requirements are, we have this center indent right here. On the sides, we have the chest clasp greeblies here and here. On the sides, there are these grooves that run here and then diagonally down on both sides. Here we have the 6 ovals. They can be recessed or cut away just as long as the material behind them is black. Okay, next up is the back yoke piece. This thing is quite troublesome. As you can see, it's gloss white like everything else on the First Order TK. On the back, we have the familiar O with the 2 lines, just like your regular Stormtrooper. We have no visible seams, so it's seems to be one complete piece. And the yoke goes over the trooper's shoulders and extends down below their armpits. And next we have the thermal detonator. Now this piece here, of course, covers the ab in the back. On the trooper, the piece sits under the back plate, but above the belt. This panel right here is black. The end cap on this side, all black and recessed. The end cap on this side, also all black and extends out. And finally, there are no seams. Okay, moving right along, we know that everything First Order loves their shiny black gaskets, and the Treadspeeder Driver is no different. These are the shoulder gaskets. They are a ribbed, black, shiny, rubber-like material. They will cover all the exposed areas under the shoulder belt, between the bicep and the chest, and the bicep and the back. And to go on top of your shoulder gaskets, shoulder armor. These are symmetrical, so you can wear them on either side. And they have this little extending piece right here. Okay, now deviating slightly from the First Order Stormtrooper, we have the Treadspeeder biceps. Now, the bicep shape and construction is the same. It has the ovals, it has the clip here in the front. The difference, though, with the Treadspeeder is it has this black section painted. So when you're wearing these on the Treadspeeder Driver, they're gonna face like this with the black portion and the clip facing forward. Next up, the elbow gaskets. And like the other gaskets on this trooper, they are ribbed, they are shiny, they are rubber-like. And if you want L2, they are real rubber. And now another slightly modified First Order TK piece is the forearm armor. Now the requirements for this are the same as for the TK, the Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker one. The Treadspeeder has this cool black paint job on the inside facing the wearer. I'll give you this on the side. So on the inside we have this rail-like greebly here, similar to a Picatinny. And at the bottom is this bottom box here, this little ramp here, and cutaway square. On the outside we have the similar clasp greeblies that we've seen featured throughout this costume. And on the bottom here, at the wrist, we have cutaway here and here. The left one is just a mirror of the right. For level 2, we just asked for this M5 bolt to be right there. Now the Treadspeeder Driver uses the same type of gloves that all the Disney era troopers use. The Treadspeeder ones have the white, like the patrol trooper, with the raised portions here, here, and here. On the top are mounted the hand plates. These are the First Order style that have in the front that little black oval right there. And now another piece straight from the First Order Stormtrooper is the ab armor. It is seamless, it is gloss white. It has these boxes along the bottom. This one here has a black recessed area. And over here we have a longer recessed black area. This back portion here would of course be covered by the TD plate. And there are these indents here and here, along with these raised areas here, here, and here. Cod pieces. Here you go. Same as the First Order Stormtrooper. It's white, it attaches underneath the belt. For level 2, we require the Last Jedi Rise of Skywalker version. Has this. You don't want that extra bulge like in the TFA one. We don't want that. That's not level 2. That is definitely level 1 bulge. And on the trooper's backside, we have the posterior armor. It's also all gloss white. One single piece connects under the belt, covers up the booty. Treadspeeder Driver belt. Now the belt is that same rubbery kind of floor mat ribbed material. This one is about 2 inches. It has these boxes in the front, similar to the First Order Stormtrooper. black here. But Treadspeeder has a slightly different pouch configuration. On each side we have these kind of canvasy pouches with the white plate on top right here. All right, now that we are at the waist, we're gonna start seeing some unique differences here. This is where the Treadspeeder Driver sort of veers off from the first order TK. The biggest change, of course, is the soft pants that the Treadspeeder Driver wears. This, of course, enables the costumer to be able to ride the 125Z. The pants are like a white cottony material. They feature these ribs that are about an inch apart. They're raised with like batting, and they go from here all the way around to the back of the thigh. Now these pants were created by making ribbed panels and attaching them to the front of some white slacks, which is fine for basic. The film pants, it was all one garment. For level 2, we would require that you didn't have patches, you was all part of the same continuous pair of pants. Knee armor! Treadspeeder Driver has a unique set of knee armor, has these 9 raised portions going around. Our CRL is for the live action costume. The live action costume had its own knee armor. There is also a CGI version of the Treadspeeder Driver, which we don't have a CRL for yet. Their knee armor is slightly different from this. And to cover up the area under your knee armor, you're gonna need some knee gaskets, just like all the other gaskets on this costume. It's that black, shiny, ribbed, rubber-like material, or rubber if you want level 2. Now the knee gasket only covers the front side of the leg with the ribbed material. The back portion is smooth. Next up, this is a Disney era Stormtrooper. That means we have overly elaborate leg armor. The Treadspeeder Driver has this unique set of shin armor. Shape-wise, a little similar to the Patrol Trooper, but different. On the sides, we have this little cutaway right here. They are secured in the back with these straps that have our familiar little clasp greeblies. We have these cutaways here, 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 and here, as well as cutaways here, 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 and there. And at the very top, resting on this plate, we have another cutaway right here. The shins are mirrored, so the other one looks like this. And finally, we come to the boots. And the Treadspeeder Driver has these Alpine Star boots that were modified for the film. Now these were painted all white with leather paint. So for basic, we don't require you have the exact boots, but a boot that is similar, we call it Alpine Star-like. If you don't have the original boots and you're buying one that's similar, it has to come up to the calf just like these boots do. I've seen imitation boots where it's a little bit lower, it's a little bit higher. It's gotta be like this. And the soles must remain black. Now for level 2, we do ask that you get the same boot, which is the SMX6 V2 boot, which is what our costumer has here. So you want to see the actual boot, this is it. And I'd like to note also that the Treadspeeder Driver that we've done is the live action one. And the live action one did not carry a pistol. You may have seen a pistol on a Treadspeeder Driver. That was the CGI one. No one's done that CRL yet, so we don't have an optional accessory for this trooper. The Treadspeeder Driver has been seen carrying the SE44C pistol in white, but this version of the trooper doesn't have anywhere to put it, and they're never actually seen in the movie or in the promotional shots carrying it. So we don't have that on the CRL. Now, if somebody wants to build a 125Z tread speeder, I will add that to the optional accessories. I'm challenging you, Mr. Poopy. Okay, and now presenting to you a suit up of the Treadspeeder Driver. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the only Treadspeeder in the entire 501st Legion. It's TB92688, Jolly Raj R. And that is all for the First Order Treadspeeder Driver, the one and only Pathfinder costume from the sequel trilogy. If you are interested in this costume or any other Pathfinder costume, please come join us at 501stpathfinders.com. Now let's get those buckets on.